What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the show, the MMA Circle, where I do breakdowns and predictions of fights that are coming up. And in this one, we have the co-main event of UFC 207, which is the champ, the Dominator, Dominick Cruz versus number 5 ranked Cody No Glove, No Love Garbrandt. I've been waiting to say that one for a while, can't you tell? No glove, no love, baby. Anyways, let's break this fight down and get into some specifics and get right to the prediction, shall we? This prediction might shock the majority of you, and it's not because I'm necessarily picking the underdog, but it's because I am picking a brutal finish for the ages. Brutal! Okay, I'm getting carried away. Both Garbrandt and Cruz have yet to lose in the UFC. Cody Garbrandt rose quickly through the ranks to become Dominick Cruz's next opponent for the bantamweight title. Garbrandt is your typical wrestler boxer in a division that is dominated by well-rounded and unconventional fighters. The wrestler boxer style is good enough to get you to a certain point in the lighter male divisions, but if you're really good at it, that point is guys like Cruz, Dillashaw, Mighty Mouse, etc., right? You really don't make it past that point. Make no mistake about it, though. Garbrandt's hands are very good. He is very technically sound with his boxing. He has good takedowns. But most of his wrestling experience were in his freshman and sophomore years of high school, so how much weight can you really put on that, you know? Garbrandt's only win that kind of impressed me was his knockout victory over Thomas Almeida. Pretty much everyone else Garbrandt fought hasn't really made any noise in the UFC. And in that fight, Almeida made the decision to stand in the pocket and go tit for tat with Garbrandt, which ended up being a huge mistake. Garbrandt has devastating knockout power when he can land clean combos. When he can't land clean combos, he has a harder time dealing with opponents. Against Briones and Brimage, he had a harder time finding the KO because both of these opponents exhibited cleaner footwork and head movement than his last few opponents, like Mendez and Almeida, who were willing to stand there and trade with him. Cruz is extremely hard to hit. His footwork and unorthodox movement gives his opponents a really difficult time getting a read on him. You never know what he's going to do or where he'll be pretty much the entire fight. The downside to Cruz's style is it takes him a while to find his rhythm. By the time the first round is over, though, he'll be settled into his groove, and that will be bad news for Cody No Glove, No Love. Cody's best chance to win this fight is going to be in the first round before Dom settles in. He needs to mix in some wrestling behind his combos immediately and finish Dom with hard punches after feints followed by takedown feints. Cody is just too new to the sport to get a read on Dom, and the later the fight goes, the more frustrating that will be for him, and it's going to be particularly frustrating for Cody because we know he's already an emotional fighter. He already fights with a lot of emotion. He does his interviews with a lot of emotion, and the thing about it is Dominick Cruz is making him look fucking stupid in these interviews. He's making him look like a uneducated fucking dipshit, right? And I'm sure Cody feels that a little bit. And once he gets in the fight and he can't figure out Dom and he's confused in there and Dom's making him look fucking stupid, you know, Cody's fucking that confidence and that fate that he's relying on to win this fight, that's going to go down significantly the more Dominick Cruz makes him look stupid in there. You know, he could abandon his game plan. If he's coming into this fight with a game plan, once Dom starts frustrating him like that, he can abandon his game plan entirely and start fighting recklessly and leave openings for Cruz to capitalize on, which is pretty much what I see happening. Dom needs to be busy from the start, though, and show no glove, no love why he's not ready for this level of competition. Dom needs to stay on the outside, start laying traps for his power shots, and keep Cody guessing. In Cruz's last fight, he dropped Faber a few times. They were hard shots that landed flush, showing us that Cruz has added some things to his striking and movement so he can try to put these guys away and land some power shots. It didn't work against Faber because, Faber has fucking buns of steel on his face in that chin, but they just might dispose of other guys in the division that don't have the movement in the chin that Uriah does. Dominick Cruz has beaten the best guys in the world, whereas Cody has defeated mostly lower tier and a couple mid-tier athletes. I think Cody's going to have a very difficult time finding Cruz in the octagon with his big power shots. I feel like Cruz is going to start wearing him down in the third after winning the first 3 rounds. I think Cody Garbrandt will get off his stool in the fourth, knowing he needs a finish to win the fight, and will start headhunting, leaving openings for Cruz to capitalize on. Certainly, the knockout power of Garbrandt is a factor to consider throughout this fight, but if the knockout power was enough to win all of your fights alone, then Conor McGregor, Mike Perry, fucking, guys like that, they'd still be undefeated, right? So I don't think Garbrandt lands the combos he needs to land or finds the right opportunities for his takedowns to end this fight. And eventually Dominick Cruz is going to knock Cody Garbrandt out stiff in brutal fashion in the 4th round. Please let me know what you think. If you agree, like and subscribe. If you disagree, let me know what you think in the comments. And I'm very interested in hearing everybody's opinion, okay? I'm not just doing these videos so I can have a fucking YouTube channel and be a fake YouTube star and fucking say I told you so, I'm making these videos so we can engage in intelligent discussions about these fighters and their fights and their strategies and their game plans and everything, so let me know. And we're almost done. The only video I have left to do is Nunes vs. Rousey. That's coming up, so make sure you tune into that one for another brutal finish prediction. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.